All right, let's be real for a second. Traditional time management, it's kind of broken, isn't it? I mean, the endless to-do lists, the super complicated calendars, they usually just end up making us feel more stressed out. So today, we're going to dive into a completely different way of thinking, a powerful mindset that flips that whole idea on its head.
Take a look at this number, 70. Any idea what this could be? It's not minutes, it's not hours. This was the actual number of items on a single daily to-do list. A list that belonged to an entrepreneur who felt like he was literally drowning in work. Can you imagine? 70 things he thought he had to get done in one day.
And that's a direct quote from him. He was the classic example of being crazy busy, just running from one thing to the next, but never actually feeling like he was getting anywhere. He just felt overwhelmed, stressed, and even guilty. Does any of that sound familiar?
And here's the real kicker. It wasn't just him. Research from studies with thousands of professionals found absolutely no link between doing standard time management stuff and actually being more productive or less stressed. The conclusion is pretty clear. The whole system is flawed. And that means it's time for a totally new approach.
Okay, so this brings us to the core idea, the one number that really changes everything about how you see your day.
1440. That's it. This is the number of minutes we all get every single day. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, a CEO or a student, everyone gets the exact same amount. Think of it like a daily deposit into your account. But there's a catch, right? You can't save it for tomorrow, and you can never get it back once it's spent.
And this is where the mindset really starts to shift. Think about it for a second. You can lose money, but you can always earn it back. You can get sick, and with luck, you can regain your health. But time? Once a minute ticks by, it is gone for good. That's why the most successful people in the world don't see time as something to manage. They see it as their most precious, non-renewable asset to invest.
So, if time is so valuable, why are we so bad at using it? Well, it turns out the real enemy isn't the clock ticking on the wall. The enemy is actually inside our own heads.
You ever have that feeling where your giant to-do list is just nagging you? Like, even when you're supposed to be relaxing, it's just hanging out in the back of your mind? Well, there's a name for that. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. Every single unfinished task creates this little open loop of stress in your brain. It's a constant, low-level anxiety that just drains your mental energy.
And to make things even worse, our brains are hardwired with something called present bias. It's basically why we say, oh, I'll definitely eat that healthy salad later, but when the moment comes, that pizza just looks so much better right now. We're programmed to choose the easy, fun, instantly rewarding thing, which constantly sabotages the big goals our future selves really want to achieve.
But there is a way to beat this. See, ultra-productive people don't try to fight their own psychology with more lists and apps. Instead, they use some really clever, counterintuitive habits to work with their brains. This old proverb just nails the first secret. While most of us are trying to chase like 70 different rabbits on our to-do list, the truly successful people get the immense power of focusing on just one thing at a time.
They don't really have a to-do list. What they have is a success list. Every single day, they figure out the one single thing that will make the biggest impact on their goals. That becomes their most important task, or MIT. For a writer, that might be finish one chapter. For a developer, it's fix that critical bug. And then they build their entire day around getting that one thing done, protecting that block of time like it's a fortress.
Now for the second secret, and this one is a massive mental shift. That quote is from Andy Grove, the former president of Intel, and he understood a deep truth. A knowledge worker's job is never, ever actually done. There is always more you could be doing. So the key here is to just stop trying to get everything done. It's a losing battle. Instead, successful people schedule their top priorities, like that MIT we just talked about, and once those are done, they stop. They define what enough means for that day, and then they walk away completely guilt-free, so they can actually rest and recharge for tomorrow. Okay, so that's the philosophy. But how do we actually put this into practice? Let's talk about a simple, super powerful tool you can start using literally today. It's called the Touch It Once rule, and it is all about eliminating that mental clutter. So, when an email or a piece of mail or a task comes your way, you make a decision on it right then and there. If it's junk, you delete it. Gone. If it's a quick 5-minute thing, you just do it now. And if it's a bigger task, you don't just leave it in your inbox to haunt you. You schedule a specific time on your calendar to deal with it. You touch it once, and you move on.
And all these little secrets and tools, they all build up to one final, really transformational idea.
See, the ultimate goal here isn't to cram more and more tasks into your day. It's to completely change your role from a frantic time manager to a calm, deliberate time investor. It's about always asking yourself, what is the absolute best return I can get for these precious, non-refundable minutes I'm about to spend?
So as we wrap this up, I'm just going to leave you with that thought. Your daily deposit of 1,440 minutes has already hit your account today. So the question is, what's the one investment you're going to make that will actually move the needle, the one that will bring you closer to what you really want? The choice is all yours.